that young an age, it was very rare for me to have it because I was actually found my calling out like, okay, this is it. And so I started with the guitar and I started learning. Then that also helped me position myself better in school because so the 8 to 10 standard I was kind of bullied in school for my color, and so this became like this weapon for me. Okay, this is what it is, this gives me that stance and validation and all that. But so eventually whenever I was learning guitar also, I always had this knack to compose as opposed to playing songs which already exist. So everyone will be like, "Arey guitar bajata hai, so play something." So I didn't feel it. So and thanks to my father also, I started seeing music as a diversified thing, not just being an instrumentalist or just doing one branch of it. So I then branched out into composing during my early teens, and but I think so yeah, I composed a song for VIBGYOR in the 10th standard. I still remember it, but it's very interesting. Yeah, so I think that was our first life, our first composition, and this friend of this classmate of mine, Nandra, she had written it and I composed around it. And then we used to have Viva, and we all have Viva, right? So we used to participate in band. I represented our school in Jamnabai for some inter-school thing. We never won because I was really bad, but I still think I'm the best out there. But anyway, so back then, during teenage time, I went to college and I was still pursuing guitar, but still I was just entering that phase of composing. And then I used to play here and there while in college for a few artists and stuff like that. So after my degree college got over, the early 1920, that's when I fully started composing. Like I started to sing a little and I was composing bit by bit. And that's when I realized, okay, this is what I want to do. Because I now started seeing music as a whole and not just a one thing, and I'm very particular about not being able to multitask. Like even in music, you have a lot of branches, and you should be able to do it. So I was fortunate enough that I have that intellect thanks to growing up, dad, people, my mentors, and everyone. So I then got into composing, and when I got into composing, I was also playing guitars because guitar was still my main thing. I was playing guitars live for all the Bollywood bands like music composer Mithun, then Richa Sharma, Akasa Singh, Assis Kaur, Sriram Iyer, Parag Bhiwandiwala, Sasha Trivedi, all these. So I used to tour, and I still remember. It's a funny thing. I'd gone on a date in my 19 when I was 19 or something. This girl had asked me, "What do you want to do?" So I told her, like, I actually managed it. I was like, I want to be a touring musician. And a year or two later, I was indeed touring. I started playing for all these singers and stuff. It was great fun. And so I started playing the guitars for all these Bollywood bands. And side by side, I was also, composing here and there for short jingles and stuff like that. So when you compose a song, right, you also need the music arrangement, you need the production, you need the track, right? So I should not produce. Although I have a studio, which my dad built it out of his passion, and he had a longer vision. I never realized that. The studio has been there since I was in the 10th standard. I never used it. 10 years I've never used it. But eventually at 19, 20 I started using it. And I realized, I have a lot. I should not be wasting it. So out of necessity and out of the hunger, I started producing. I learned production on my own. Had a laptop for myself. YouTube was my biggest teacher for production, and my other music producer friends here and there asking me stuff like that. And then figuring it out for yourself also. But my every month, most of the days in a month, used to go in touring because I was heavily like 10 days or 15 days a month. It was just touring. Composing just about जब भी कुछ project आता है. So then this was happening, and then I started feeling saturated with playing, for Bollywood bands. because I'm very particular, because I don't like just being a sidey and just, it felt like a sidey job, not honest. The pay was epic, the pay was great, great travel, free food. My friends would be like, oh, so you are going everywhere, do you pay for yourself? No, I don't know, people pay. Oh, so you also get paid to play? I'm like, yes. So people thought it's the life. I mean, it was a great life, and really, I don't want to change anything about it. But then eventually, it got saturated, and so during lockdown, when lockdown kicked in, but a year before lockdown, I was just getting the saturation, and I was like, I need to leave. But the money was so enticing, and the money was so fascinating. Ki, छोड़े कैसे? I mean, everyone runs behind money, runs over here. But eventually, when lockdown happened, I think obviously it's an extremely unfortunate circumstance, the lockdown. But I was able to see it as a very a big blessing for me. Because I took this stance, I did my 1 week with Richa Sharma, and I was like, okay, this is it, I quit. I told my parents, I can't do this anymore. And my parents, I can't thank God enough for having giving me such beautiful parents, just supporting my journey since day one. I mean, I've been a rebel. I've told my father when I was in the ninth standard that my father was worried because I was not studying for my boards. 10th standard. He's like, what are you going to do? I told him like, no, yeah, I'm going to open a guitar shop. So that's what I used to think. I'll repair guitars, sell guitars. That's all I could think. I didn't have the foresight or the longer vision, long-term plan. But I'm thankful for them for supporting me and for giving me the space and the love and the courage, instilling in me, do it. And maybe it's my father's in a way motive also, because when he was struggling in his times, he always wanted to be a singer. He couldn't make it. I mean, life had other plans for him. Was he had to take care of family and all that. He set up his empire, but he, in a way, like I never realized it. Neither do I consciously think of it. But he says that I mean, I'm able to fulfill his dreams. So I feel really grateful for that. And yeah, so lockdown happened. I said, this is it. I quit. So till then, so lockdown is 2020. So 2018 to 2020, I had a rapport of ad film production houses. That was then web series I'd done for Dice Media and stuff like that. So I was like, okay, I'm quitting. And the lockdown was pretty much dark also for me, because I was going through a lot of depressive things for myself, and a lot of finding myself, a lot of shitty relationship and stuff like that. And eventually I was like, but I took the courage, I took the risk to quit it, and thankfully I had work also in lockdown with production and something or the other. हर महीने में कुछ ना कुछ तो होता है. And I'm glad I took that decision, because I don't want to go back to playing live for someone else. I'd rather do it for myself. And so now here I am producing for web series, ad films, serials, doing my own stuff. And yeah, so
great, nice. Sid, I just have couple of questions, since you were sharing your experience. Did you feel any major obstacles and challenges when you took up this field? You had to connect with people, look out for resources. How did you map out to take up this career?
So I'll be very honest with you. I've been an ungrateful human for the longest time of my life, till I think the age of 25 or something, and I didn't realize how lucky I am. Because so I had connections, because my dad had set up a commercial studio. So I had connections from there, like someone or the other used to come. I was building my profile, but yet I used to approach them, or my dad would make me introduced. So every dot was connecting somewhere here.
Right.
A lot of word of mouth and cold emailing and stuff like that. Everything was happening. So I was fortunate I had connections because of the studio. And it's like my father. I'll be very honest. It's borderline nepotism, but he gave me the way, or he made me connect to people, and eventually I had to figure it out for myself. Yeah, so that's how it happened. Obstacles. I think more than my mental health, there were no other obstacles. I was just not sorted in my head. There were a lot of things happening. Yeah.
Okay. So since we're sharing our experience of production and going live on stage and playing with someone like as big celebrities like Richa Sharma and all. So there's a lot of different skill set which is required when it comes to production and when it comes to performing live on stage, right? So would you like to highlight what are the key main skill sets needed? Because a production requires a lot of technical bit, also a lot of creativity is also needed. How do you create that balance?
So, ma'am, I think first of all, your skills, your fundamentals have to be clear. You practice at home and then you prepare and you play outside to the world. And you need good stage presence. You have to be confident enough on the stage. Interact well with the band because it's not a one-man show. When you're with the band, and especially a singer, solo singer act, so it's the singer who's crying, and the band supports him or her. So it can't be like it's for you, it's not you.
Right.
मतलब साथ चल के आपको आगे बढ़े.
Right. Okay. And do you think that a lot depends on how you network with people and with whom you perform? Do you feel touring to places and traveling to different cities, exploring culture also plays a significant role?
I mean, eventually, see, everything happens in Bombay. We just tour with different places wherever the shows are. But Mumbai में सब कुछ होता है. Yes, we might connect with musicians as such. Networking is important, but now I've realized that as long as your that product can be a skill or your song or your anything, is valuable, and as long as you aim at creating value for the world, people will come to you. Having said that, I'm not saying just stay at home and make something and just relax. Someone will find you, not that way. Be out there. I mean, push yourself, talk to people, connect with people. That networking is great. But being dependent on networking, I think that's a no-no. Your skills will eventually speak for itself. Always.
And since you mentioned that you started at the age of 13, do you regret what that it was too late, or I should have started early, or I should have created some base, or do you feel that that was the right age, at least I could identify my own abilities?
No, I never thought that because, so I don't know how many of you who are watching can relate to this. Whenever you find your calling, right, and whenever passion gives you, just shoot like a movie.
Right.
And you can't see a left, right, center, bottom, up, which means this is 8. So I never thought that way. I should have started early and all that. During late teens I felt that I had this comparison trap, so I used to think you should have started early and all that. But I just don't want to change anything. Like I'm glad the way it happened.
Okay. And is it easy and comfortable to function independently solo, or you feel working with a band is a different experience?
I mean, everything. I feel you should take every experience. So for me, everything that I've done so far has just prepared me for the next step. So playing with the band also helped me understand arrangements, musical arrangements that I can apply in production. And so yeah, and when it comes to production, sitting at one place, it is because it's passion, right? And also it's a profession, so it doesn't feel like work.
Right.
There is stress. There are deadlines. We have deadlines. We have to finish something the next day. We have to submit it. We'll have to work maybe 15 hours shift or 16 hours or 20 hours or 24 hours. So there have been times that I've worked for like 1.5 days straight away. But because it's passion, it doesn't feel like work. Obviously, I'll burn out, but I still won't regret that work. Yeah.
Okay, great. So when it comes to music as a career, now if you go to see, there are a lot of options available. Okay, there were the traditional times where they used to say riyaz karna hai. Now there's so much of sound mixing is done. You have so much of digital way being done. How do you feel like is it important for anyone who is taking up music as a career? Not necessary that only skill set is needed, but your technical knowledge when it comes to using a graphics or using the digital mode of tools. How do you feel is it really important for a musician?
In today's times, yes. I mean, see music as a whole, and I would suggest if you start off with the guitar or the piano, whatever, maybe during a school time and all that,
Hmm.
see a brighter future that you can be a composer, you can be a singer also, you can be a songwriter,
Right.
you can do many things. Reason being, because it's not about today's time where एक चीज करोगे. Otherwise, you're a prodigy. Like you started at the age of 2.
Right.
तब से मतलब बजाए गए हो, and then you're a virtuoso and all that stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
But you can. There are a lot of avenues, and technical skills are a must. Because
Right.
it just lets you be a one man, one woman army.
Mm-hmm.
So you're not dependent on it.
Absolutely. Yeah. Yeah. Great. And what are the typical working hours?
We don't have working hours. Like, I don't know what paid leaves are, sick leaves are.
Hmm.
I really don't know. So usually I start at 11 a.m., 11 or 12 p.m. Then I'll be in the studio till 10. There'll be something or the other. So now people find. So I really don't know how time passes. I mean,
Okay.
because it's not like I force myself to sit. कुछ ना कुछ तो होता ही रहता है.
Hmm.
And having said that, there's this very toxic culture of hustle that's going on. For everyone who's hearing, I mean the younger generation, 16 hours a day, working 16 hours a day, 16 hours a day, or 15 hours a day, or 12 hours a day doesn't mean you work every hour and you don't take breaks.
Right.
You work in sprints. I mean, you work like 4 hours, you take a break.
Right.
So everything constitutes. The moment you wake up, that's also your work hour.
Hmm.
Just remember that. So it's nothing fascinating. If you're passionate, you will put in the work.
Hmm.
But that doesn't mean you just keep on working and burning.
Yeah, absolutely. If you're passionate, you're enjoying, and it's keeping you, high, and you're satisfied with your overall, culture and the way you're functioning. I'm sure it'll keep you mentally and physically as well happy.
Yep.
Great. Thanks, Sid, so much. We will
And-
conclude this session. Obviously, we need a masterpiece from you. So,
For sure.
we want to see you
And,
strumming.
Just to conclude, like I feel really happy to do this. And I'll tell you all why. Because during the farewell, 10th farewell,
Mm-hmm.
I still remember I was in so there used to be this ceremony, right? That they would award the best student or this
Yes.
blah blah blah,
Yeah.
whatever. So I used to be in the audience and I used to look at yeah, they are not doing anything for me. I'm like, come on, you can't ask for it if you have nothing for yourself. So I used to feel really let down back then, and I was like, okay, will I amount to anything eventually? Because school is such, right, where the comparison hits you very high,
Right.
and you are, like all of those things and all that. So you just feel ki, okay, is school the end? After this, what will we do and all that? And I used to always think in my head, one day I want to come to the school, and I kid you not, I've told this to myself, ki one day I want to come to school and just maybe give a talk and all that. And if this is happening, so I just feel really blessed and out of the world to do this, and I'm so excited and I'm to share it with y'all. So just letting y'all know, coming back to the whole thing, life really doesn't end in school. I mean, school is just one medium, then you go to the next. Eventually, your skill sets matter. I'll be very honest. I haven't collected my degree, my college degree. I still haven't collected it because this was already working for me, my passion, and paying me well. So eventually your skill set would matter. Having said that, I'm not saying everyone drop out of college, no. Things work differently for each and everyone. But find it for yourself. I mean, peer pressure, don't do anything. Try different activities, try different modes and mediums if you haven't found your passion yet. And eventually you'll find something that, okay, this is what you want. And if parents are also supportive, nothing like it. Because eventually, the moment your skills are really killer and you're adding value, right, the money will flow. I've realized that.
So true. Thank you, Sid, for being so candid and being honest and sharing your experience. I'm sure it will
Thanks.
give a lot of insight to all the young students and budding musicians. They will get more ideas and creativity to know where to take their pathways now.
I'm glad. And anyone who wants to, all I'll say also, anyone who wants to pursue the performance arts or anything creative, right? So it's one thing that your parents or your family say, "Arey wah, beta, beti, you're very good." You need to test the waters eventually.
Right.
Like, don't be like, my mother said, I'm good, so I'm good. you have to, like, every parent should ask, are you any good?
Yeah.
So I accordingly pursued and keep working on a craft.
Fine. Okay. Can we see you now performing live? At least a short piece, maybe for a minute.
Okay. I'll sing a song of mine.
Yeah, yeah. No problem. Whatever suits you.
Can you all hear me?
Yes. Yes, yes.
I hope you all can hear me
Yes,
because
yes, you're
I.
audible. You're audible.
So this is a song I've written with a friend of mine, Rishi Patel, who writes for me. It's called "Tu Jo Sahi," and it just speaks of relationships and stuff. I'll sing a bit of it. ऐसे तो ना देखो जैसे अजनबी हो, रुका हुआ सा मैं खोए तुम गई हो। ऐसे तो ना देखो जैसे अजनबी हो, रुका हुआ सा मैं खोए तुम गई हो। तू जो सही तुम्हारी गलत का, तू ना वहाँ सही मजा। तू जो सही तुम्हारी गलत का, तू ना वहाँ सही मजा। टूटे दिल की जमीन फैलाए बाहें, कहता है कहीं बेवजह तू मुझसे क्यों है यूं खफा, दिल को क्यों इस तरह थम गई कहानी जब से तुम गए हो, मैं निभा रहा हूँ चाहे तुम नहीं हो। तुम जो सही तुम्हारी गलत का, तू ना वहाँ सही मजा। तुम जो सही तो मैं भी गलत कहूँ, तुम ना सही मजा।
Fabulous and totally awesome, Sid.
Thanks so much.
Thank you so much. On behalf of VIBGYOR Group of Schools, we wish you a lot of good luck, success, okay,
Thank
and
you.
more growth both in your personal and professional life. Thank you for taking your time. Be in touch with your teachers,
Yes.
with your principal, and you can definitely we'll see you soon.
Done. Thanks, ma'am. Thanks, Vidya. Thanks for having me. Bye, guys.
Thank
Take
you.
care.
Bye.